We're here today to talk about the Buena Vista Trails, which is just a sweet little nugget in the town, the middle of Show Low, and so I'm Todd Fernau, and why don't you guys introduce yourselves just so we all know who we're talking about here.
All right, well, I'm Steve Dobbs. I'm the president of Tracks.
And I'm Jay Brimhall, Community Services Director and mountain bike spectator enthusiast.
Yeah, how about an advocate?
And an advocate, of course.
Yeah. No, super to talk to both of you guys today on Buena Vista, which is near and dear to my heart. Buena Vista, again, it's a trail that if you look on a map in Show Low, it's really right south of town, and our town just embraces it. It goes around it. The Mogollon Rim Road is on the south side, and we've got neighborhoods all around it. Right. Like Steve and I were talking about just a couple seconds ago, the Buena Vista is a really special set of trails that just gives mountain bikers a very special experience. Different than a lot of our other trails, the Buena Vista includes the Tracks marked trails, and then also some trails that we're just going to call them social trails for now, that are trails that locals have made to maybe connect or enhance that area, and they've kind of been made by mountain bikers with mountain biker influence first, and that's what makes them just a different experience than, say, a true multi-use trail.
Todd, I would counter that a little bit in that I think some of these trails are engineered for mountain bikes, but I think they are too multi-use, because I hike out there.
Sure.
And I run into equestrians out there quite a bit, and I meet a lot of hikers because it is hiker friendly as well. But it is, as a bike track, it is awesome.
No, absolutely. I think so too. I've even stopped and talked to some of my friends that are on horseback, and they tell me that their horse even loves the trails.
Yeah.
I think they're very fun, and so I think what we're talking about a little bit today is just the evolution of those trails, and I grew up in Wagon Wheel. And the Buena Vista Trails, as long as I've known them, my first mountain bike I got in junior high, which was in the late 80s, and I could go ride those trails leaving from my house, and they've been there for a long time, along with the Buena Vista Trail. The Buena Vista Trail itself was kind of taken over some of the older logging roads and stuff, and so the access is wide, and kind of when mountain biking was really coming into season, 70s and 80s, everybody desired single track, meaning narrower trails, not vehicle width trails, and so the original locals, that's what they did. They went out and kind of scratched in trails that were tight in the trees, and really had lots of turns and maybe some rock features on purpose, not avoiding those, and just to give a better experience.
Hey Todd, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to round up because I'm focused on what Todd's saying here. But the original Buena Vista trails, pretty much two-track all around, but erosion has been such a problem. It never was built for sustainability.
Right.
And I don't want to call it unrideable because I know the kind of rider you are, but it's not a pleasant hike, bike, or equestrian, either one. And I think what we've tried to do here is get something that is more fun and ease of use, as opposed to the original Buena Vista.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so today's trails and a lot of the user-created trails out there are not today's trails, but what we've learned is that we can really make the trails way less maintenance for erosion, and have a better biking experience, hiking and horseback experience all at the same time. And that's our goal with what's happening out there now.
Yes.
Did you have a question? Yeah.
I did have a question. Talk to me a little bit about, we mentioned a little bit in a previous segment about skill levels. What does it look like out there on the BV with regard to skill levels? If I wanted to take my 12-year-old nephew and they were relatively new at biking? Like how would I manage that?
Well, and again, this is just my opinion. I've gotten a lot of people into the sport. I don't think the current state of the Buena Vista is a great place to get somebody into biking.
Okay.
Almost the opposite. Like, you know, I unless you know that person is just an extreme adventure-seeking person, maybe is a runner already.
It's very few people.
Yeah,
like,
it
right
is. It's a small group.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, you know, take somebody to an easier trail, like say the Country Club Trail. That's, I think, it's got a couple still features about it, but generally speaking, it's an easier trail. They can feel a success because they conquered a trail. Do that trail a couple times, then take them to the Buena Vista.
So this is kind of a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, I mean,
it is,
or can be.
But we have plans at the original trailhead. There'll be some easier loops down there also for your 12-year-old to come out and try out. And there'll be probably 5 or 6 miles we'll have down there that is a lot easier to me than what Country Club would be. And I think that's one of the benefits. You've got it for the beginner 12-year-old.
You get your metaphorical bunny hill.
Yeah. And then up to the advanced people that say they want to climb man enough and go from there.
Yeah, and you know, so it's kind of fun. We've got a bunch of short segments of the user trails that we've got different names, and one is If You're Man Enough. Somebody named it that a long time ago, and it is a very hard climb. Like that often, I bet I average only about 50% of the time do I actually make it without, you know, having to come out of a pedal or something like that. So it's a very good challenge. If you're not in shape, you're going to be breathing hard at the top. Well, you're going to be breathing hard at the top no matter who you are. You know? But it's also coming back the other direction. A climb like that is a pretty gnarly descent, and so a lot of people are coming for that. And you know, we spoke earlier about our area not being so much of a mountain biker culture area yet, but the Buena Vista is gaining us traction in that arena. A lot of people do travel from all over the place. They've heard of these trails and they want to ride them. And
it's kind of like a secret gem, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They might even have a name of the secret trails, you know. So a lot of people will know that. They'll come and say, well, I want to ride the secret trails. And well, they're a secret. They're definitely open for everybody.
There's a password.
Yeah, you need to know which bush to move over. You know, but they're just a great group of trails that are in our local area, and we're excited that these user-created trails we're making great progress into making them accepted by the Forest Service and more permanent trails.
So where are we at in that process?
I'll let Steve talk about that a little bit more.
Oh, put me on the spot.
On the spot.
Officially. So Save the Buena Vista Foundation is the driving force behind this. They're a 501c3 corporation. They have raised enough money, private money, to fund the Heritage Study, which is the study of NEPA, and it's the National Environmental Protection Act, I think. But regardless, they pay for this out of private funds to kind of leapfrog this thing forward, and they have got that completed. As of this date is completed, we've met with the Forest Service, and we're now crossing some more hurdles to get this process so we can start moving some dirt. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be, but we are making progress.
Yeah.
And honestly, just kind of being a supporter, an advocate for this project, and working inside the City of Show Low organization, this is a wonderful project, and we support it wholeheartedly. And I've been privy to a lot of the meetings have been, you know, there's lots of overlap, and one. I've kind of been the internal administrative driver for the North Show Low Loop. I see the Buena Vista kind of being part of that culture, part of that overall big picture, and it's something that we support wholeheartedly. We can't wait to have it done.
I would call you more integral to the Buena to that. You've been an incredible supporter, organizer. You know, thank you, Jay, for all that, because honestly, we would not be where we're at without the help from you.
Well, and in all honesty, I called you guys a lot for this is a team. This is a team, and there are a couple members of the team who couldn't be here today, but you know, I think we can all push together and we have done that. And you guys are vital. Trax has been, I mean, on so many things, Trax is just such a vital organization in the White Mountains, not just in Show Low.
Right.
And so again, these are team efforts, and we're really excited that they're moving forward. And again, we're trying to establish a culture of trails in the White Mountains and formalizing things and making sure that everybody has an equal opportunity to get out and have a really cool trail and a cool experience, whether it be on foot, whether it be in a mountain bike, and obviously if it's motorized, on your motorized trails.
Right.
And we've got wonderful motorized people too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Maverick Trail. That's a big to do.
It's a big one, and WMOTA, it's not normal. I do want to say this, just overall, I've heard more than once, more than a dozen times actually, how amazing it is that you've got mountain bikers, hikers, and motorized and equestrian people all working together. That's not common.
Yeah.
And so I think we've capitalized on that, and we've got a really good group here pushing things forward.
Yeah.
So thank you to you guys also.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't
thank
do
you
it
for
without
what
you.
you're doing.
You bet.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, when are we going to get you on the Buena Vista on a bike?
I don't know, man.
I'll find you one big enough.
Do they make? I know there's a bike company called Giant. Maybe that's that's the right lead.
I'll find you a bike.